Hi, I'm Manju. Welcome to Sharing Cooking Secrets. If you're feeling sad and down, why not make a tiramisu? Tiramisu means a pick-me-up. So I'm going to show you an eggless tiramisu my way. Now for the tiramisu, we need lady finger sponge biscuits, and in Italian they're called Savoiardi biscuits, but because they are made with eggs, I'm going to do a different version. I'm going to create the same lady finger sponge fingers with my vanilla sponge. So I have a vanilla sponge here, and I'm just going to cut the sides and about 1/4 inch each slice, and I'm going to cut them into fingers. So cut this in half and cut this again, and I'm going to line them on the tray, on my baking tray, and I'm going to bake these. So I just want to bake them until they become crisp on top. So I've preheated my oven for about 15 minutes, and we're just going to place these in the oven. You can use a ready-made sponge if you like. Don't cut the slices too thin. If you want to know how to make the vanilla sponge, please see my previous videos, and we'll put the link down below. So we're going to bake these until they become a little brown on the top. So it may take about 15 to 20 minutes. So I've preheated my oven, and this time I've preheated and both the rods are working. So in my oven it's called the toast mode. So I'm going to put this in the center, and I'll just first put it for around 20 minutes. Let's make the mixture for the tiramisu. Now for tiramisu, you need mascarpone cheese. That is the most authentic way of making it. Now what is mascarpone cheese? It's made of cream, and it's like an in-between taste of yogurt and cream cheese. It's not sweet and it's not salty, it's quite bland, but you need to acquire the taste, and the more you eat it, the more you like it. So the mascarpone comes in a tub like this, and this is vegetarian as well. So I'll be using mascarpone cheese. And also I can tell you an alternative. If you can't get mascarpone cheese, you can use our Indian sandesh. This is called white. It's made of paneer, and it's sandesh, and it's sweet. And I have made tiramisu with this, and it really comes out nice, surprisingly. So if you don't like mascarpone cheese or you can't get it, then you can use the same quantity of the sandesh. Now if you're using sandesh, what you need to do is put it in a mixie and make sure it becomes really nice and smooth. Okay, so then you can use it in exactly the same way. So I'll just put this aside, and I have my mascarpone cheese in here, and this is about 285 grams, and I'm just going to, with my beater, I'm just going to mix this up and make it nice and smooth. I'll turn the speed down a little bit, it's going everywhere. So we don't want any lumps in this, it has to be nice and smooth. So you need to beat it for about a few minutes. So it's become nice and smooth. Okay, so this is what we want. And now we need to beat the cream. Now I've got 2 cups of whipping cream here, and I'm going to put it in here and beat it. So I like to beat the cream until I have got my peaks. Can you see the peaks? Okay. Now I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of coffee liqueur. If you don't have coffee liqueur, it's okay, you can do without, not a problem. Or you can even put some rum. So I'm just going to put 2 teaspoons of coffee liqueur. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of my mascarpone cheese, which has been whipped up. And I'm going to blend this together. So I'm going to put a bit by bit. So don't put it all together, please. Mascarpone cheese has to be nicely blended with the cream. So you should not be able to taste the cheese and the cream separately. It should be combined very nicely. Now once you see it's nicely well done, then put another tablespoon. You must do this bit by bit. If sometimes you do have some lumps in it, or if you can see bits of cheese or something here and there, then you can take a big strainer and you can sift this, sieve it nicely. All right? So there's no problem. It's been about 15 minutes, so I just want to check my sponge finger biscuits, and I like to turn them over once. So I just now bake them for another 10 minutes. Let's see if our sponge fingers are ready. So let's take them out. See, they're nice and crisp on the top, but inside they're still soft. That's how we want it. Right. Now the next thing we have to prepare is some coffee. So I've got about 6 teaspoons of coffee. And this is just some good quality coffee. You can use any coffee you like, okay, not a problem. So you need a strong coffee. So I like this to be a little sweet, so I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of sugar. But normally sugar is not added, but I like to add the sugar. Now I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of water. And this is about 300 ml. It's about 1.5 cups. And we just want to dissolve all the coffee in this. I've got an icing bag, and I'm going to put this mixture in my icing bag. Make a collar on the top and just put this in the jug. And I'm just going to put my mixture in here. I just find it easy to pipe all these mixtures. Makes it really easy. And I'll just put this aside, and we can fill our icing bag again later when we need it. Now I have a bowl here. So we're going to start by dipping these into the coffee. Right? We don't want to keep them for too long. We don't want them to become soggy. And we're just going to lay them down in our dish. just break this in half. Now we're going to cover this with our mixture. And I'll just make a cut. Now you can, with your palette knife, you can spread it out nicely. So I'm going to cover this again with the mixture. So I just want to spread this. And because I piped the mixture, it's quite even. And now we're just going to dust some cocoa powder on top. So I've just got some cocoa powder here. And I'm just going to dust this. Covering the entire thing. If you find this bitter, maybe you can add some chocolate powder so it's not so bitter. And if you want, you can just put a bit of grated chocolate or some curls on the sides. You just need to tidy this up. And we need to now put this in the fridge to set overnight, or at least 4 to 5 hours.